Hello, I'm Gavin Hoey and welcome to another Photoshop tutorial. This week I'm going to show you how to add mist and fog to your photographs. Let's start off with some mist. I'd like some mist rising up from the lake here. To add the mist in, I'm actually going to use layers. So if you can't see your layers, go to Window and choose Layers. I'm going to put the mist on its own separate layer. So I'm going to click the new layer icon, which is down here, thing that looks like a folded piece of paper. Click that and you'll get a new empty layer. Now let's get the paintbrush and I'm going to set my foreground colour to white because that's the misty colour, and then using a nice big soft brush I'm just going to paint along the lower part of the picture where the lake is, just to give that feeling of mist, except it's rather a bit too heavy. It's more like snow than mist. So to soften it down, to make it more translucent, I'm going to come back to my layers and just drop the opacity of that new layer down, that's the layer with the mist on, to around about 50% or thereabouts, and that should give a nice sort of semi-transparent look. Okay, so that's mist, but fog is a little bit thicker. It tends to have a little bit more form and shape to it. So let's add some fog in. Now for fog I'm actually going to use a second photograph, but not a picture of fog. No, I'm going to use a picture of clouds. Now I reckon anyone, anywhere in the world could probably take a picture just like this. So I find these really good to use. Now you could use the clouds filter inside of Photoshop if you like, but I like to use photographs of real clouds. It has a much more organic, much more natural look. Now I don't want coloured clouds, I want black and white ones. So let's come up to Image, Adjustments and Desaturate. And I've got to get this sky to be black and white. I need these areas that were blue to be really dark black. So I'm going to come back to Image, Adjustments and Levels. Now on my histogram here you can see I've got nothing at all at the black end and not much at the light end either. So I'm just going to get the black slider and just drag this in. And as I do, you can see these darker areas now going really black, really blocking up. Let's go a little bit further. I'm also going to bring in the light areas as well, so I get a nice high degree of contrast in my clouds. You can just move the midtones a bit if you like, just to give it a bit of a tweak and a feather. Click OK, and you've now got some really heavy black and white clouds. Now that's perfect for making fog. Let's add that into our original picture. We'll just get the Move tool and drag our newly converted sky layer on like so, and we'll close down the original because we don't need it anymore. Great. Now, where's the picture? Well, it's underneath, so it's still there, it's still safe. But to be able to see through this clouds, these black and white clouds, I'm going to come back to Layers. Now you'll find you have a new layer now, which is where you've just dragged on the clouds. I'm going to change the blend mode from normal